Hi, I'm Marvin Swain. I'm here to bring some more views and ideas for the video conference I'm planning on having on July 5th this year. Um, these are some ideas that just to perk up your own questions and answers. If you've watched some of the videos, I like to read so I don't forget any of the points of it, so I'll go ahead and start reading. Travel into the future, it would seem it is easier than going into the past, though they both may be possible. The best way might turn out to be wormholes that can be controlled and guided versus traveling at the speed of light in a passenger vehicle, which seems to be the most obvious way for us. Traveling at the speed of light itself seems to cause traveling into the future, according to a lot of scientists and history and Discovery Channel programs. Um, that what they say is if you're traveling at the speed of light and you're going for 1 year, you'll come back in 20,000 years, and I believe that's the proper formula. I'm not sure. Um, in order to do that, though, you have to conquer the expanding molecules that I guess will explode you when you reach light speed. I'll guess the expanding of the craft and whatever's in it expands and expands so far it kills you or any living tissue inside. I don't know that to be the exact reaction and result, but I believe that's what they say. Um, I don't know if they can do it, and if this is what they're trying to do, but I believe if you created a gravity that was greater, that could magnify as you traveled to equalize the inside of the ship, and the gravity of the ship should keep the ship from expanding. I think the issue is creating the gravity and having a small enough and economical enough vehicle to do so. Um, Scientists are saying they can now fly on light with light parasails, or however the term is, and get up pretty close to the light speed. If you had a rocket ship on that system and were flying at that speed and all of a sudden jumped at another super speed, it's possible to achieve that, I believe, now. But I think they'll wait until they have a better technology and science concerning it. But you still, if that's, regardless if that's true, going into the future might be easy and feasible now, according to Einstein, and no one knows about going into the past. But I know if you go into the past, in addition to conquering the speed of light and expansion of the craft with gravity, you have to conquer the gravity of the solar system and the gravity of the movement of our galaxy. The expansion of the galaxy is at 300,000 miles an hour away from the center of the universe. So you would have to calculate where the Earth would be. Say if you wanted to go back 1,000 years, calculate where it would be, jump. If I'm not mistaken, my idea is that you get to the speed of light plus the speed of the planet moving away from the center of the universe, and then jump into a, say per se, warp 2 to twice the speed of light. That would cause speed, that would cause travel into time through the past, I believe. But still, there's the issue, discounting the speed of the craft, of the gravity that you have to conquer, and that means creating a gravity greater than the gravity of our galaxy. The only other way would be wormholes, which theoretically, if you shot a wormhole from a platform in our gravity that was overcoming gravity and shot it in the direction of the center of the universe where we're coming from at the right speed, with a shipless flow or a small pod per se that could go in that direction, that might achieve it easier. But you also have the problem of keeping the person inside from becoming jelly, so that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Another thing I wanted to talk about was teleportation. A lot of people talk about that it takes so much information to that it would take so much information to break a body down and reassemble it that we'll never do it. But that's in our time. 100 years from now, it might be commonplace. However, if you think about the process, I think the easiest way is going to be, if we wanted to start a commute to Mars, a platform in space in the orbit of Mars and a platform in space in the orbit of Earth that has we'll say 4 particle beams that are 4 lasers that sort of connect it all the time, or at least when they want to send someone through it, that would connect it, and then a laser that would have a sort of a vacuum in the center of the laser that could send those particles to that place in the speed of light, which I guess would take about 8 minutes if you judge how long it takes light to come from the sun to the Earth. That'd be about 8 minutes. So it might take a little longer, 10 minutes to do something like that if the technology was there. But as far as having a Star Trek like laser or Star Trek like teleporter, I don't think that's going to happen for a long time, because of all the gravities, all the waves, the sound waves, the things that can disrupt some kind of communication like that. We can hardly get a signal on a cell phone, much less send somebody around, in a teleportation device. So in the foreseeable future, I think it might happen through a laser, but I also realize it's probably out there somewhere on the Science Channel that if you could work that and put 2 in a room, you could get in one and transport to the other one in the next room and maybe step out 20 years younger or what have you, because by the view of a technological piece of equipment, the optimal product would be the end result. So the optimal product would be a person in his prime health, which they say is about 30 years old. So if you go in 70, you could come out 30 possibly. That would be something that is in the future also, but that thing in that room could be a foreseeable future, with if somebody who's 20 years old might see it before they die. Of course, I don't know, I'll never have enough money to do it, so I don't know. But anyway, that's the thought for today. Come up with questions, answers, why we can do it, and come up with your own ideas and your own subjects. I want to know about everything from Machu Picchu to the bottom of the ocean. And well, wish me well, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.